Welcome to It's Your Move. This is a project of Westchester Independent Living Center. We are an information and referral center for folks with disabilities located right here in White Plains at 10 County Center Road. Recent statistics approximate that 1 in 68 Americans are on the autism spectrum. Autism looks different for every person and affects everyone differently, which is why it's called a spectrum. There are strengths and unique abilities associated with autism, and due to growing awareness, many adults have learned the signs and felt there may be a connection between their feelings and behaviors and the symptoms of autism. Joshua Berger is my guest tonight, and he is going to tell us about a support group that WILC, our organization, offers for people with autism. The focus of this group series, Positively Speaking, is to gain a sense of belonging in a supportive community where effective communication and listening skills are used and developed. Welcome, Joshua.
Thank you so much for having me, Lisa.
Absolutely. So, Joshua, your title at WILC is Independent Living Advocate and Mental Health Specialist.
Yes.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself, your advocacy involvement, and how you got involved in autism advocacy specifically.
So I had my previous experience working with people with autism started off at the Center for Career Freedom.
Mm-hmm. And that's in White Plains, right?
Correct,
Mm-hmm.
where I was, originally I started off as a student. I wanted to brush up on my office skills.
Mm-hmm.
And then I became one of the instructors where I was working one-on-one with people with physical and also mental disabilities. And there I was able to experience working with many different personalities, many different disabilities. So that gave me the experience of working with people with autism. But once I received this new opportunity to work at the Westchester Independent Living Center, I was discussing with my supervisor how there was a need in the community for a support group for people with autism. So we felt this would be a great idea to start something.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're going to talk about your series in a few moments, which is really gaining some good momentum, right?
Yes.
But first, I mentioned Autism Spectrum at the outset of the show, and a lot of people are confused about that. There's a wide range of abilities, as I mentioned. Can you just tell us a little bit about the spectrum and how it affects people differently? For instance, maybe some folks may be nonverbal, and others could be extremely, high functioning, if that's a good word to use.
Right. So every case is different. Everyone is has their own challenges. So it could be with social cues, interacting with other people, and it could be other things as well, which could limit their ability to function in society, and whether it's finding a job
Mm-hmm.
or maintaining work and finding something that is meaningful
Mm-hmm.
in their lives. So that's why we wanted to start this group for people to build a network
Mm-hmm.
and a community where people can express themselves and also learn skills and techniques that can help them in their future.
Right. So that is the need then, right? So that's the need you're talking about for this type of support group. And I think you mentioned a safe place where people can go and share. Correct.
Right. Yeah, it's about feeling comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
A non-judgment free zone where they can express themselves, and in the group, I mean, we do have a code of conduct,
Mm-hmm.
which is to be polite and respect all others. But all opinions are welcome as long as they abide by the code of conduct.
Right.
So it really gives everyone a chance to really speak of what's going on in their lives, and we all look at it together and,
Mm-hmm.
and come up with suggestions.
Sure. So what type of topics so far have you? So the group started, I think, in February, was it?
January.
January. Okay. All right.
So we have the topics have a common theme that focus on the self to work towards achieving greater independence.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the topics that we have discussed thus far have been recognizing our achievements, setting goals for the new year, which was our January topic. Then we also recognize our emotions and interpretations, communication, listening skills, as well as confronting our fears are some of the topics that we've discussed thus far.
Right. And how many folks, I mean, you just started, so you have a regular core of folks that come and they keep coming back, or they find that this is a safe place to really share, a safe forum for them.
Absolutely. We do have a lot of participants who continue coming to the group, but every month we do see new faces, which is great. It's a small community, and we're looking to expand.
Right.
But I mean, just the fact that we're helping one person makes
Sure.
a big difference,
Absolutely.
and they can then learn to help other people who may be having similar experiences.
Yeah, and you find I guess that's a really important peer support, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And so some of the topics that you mentioned, so are these topics, I know you've done some research, but these are issues that folks bring to the table or when they come to the group in terms of upcoming topics for the show? I know you mentioned a couple that we discussed already, but
Right.
So that's pretty much how you arrive at the subject matter.
Yeah, so we'll, based upon what the need is, what's being discussed in the group, will give me an idea of where we want to take the topic, where we want to go for the next month. Also, with the amount of research that I've been doing and the self-help books that I read, those
Right.
also add on to the topics for different activities that we use during the group as well.
Right. I know you mentioned that bullying is a kind of a really one of the more challenging issues that folks with autism face. Tell us a bit about that.
So you'll see that a lot with adolescents. Bullying is a major issue. It comes from a lack of awareness and understanding. Some of the things that we work towards achieving is being able to communicate, knowing that what the bully is saying isn't the complete truth, not taking it as personally, and also learning how to effectively communicate, whether it's sticking up for themselves or telling someone else who they can trust, like an adult. But I mean, it's really the bully that's projecting their emotions onto the other person because they feel insecure about themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. But for the person on the receiving end, very hard really to deflect that and to feel good about yourself, especially, I guess, if if your entire life, by the time you reach adulthood, you've experienced, significant instances of bullying throughout your life, throughout your school life. And so when they come to your group, they've had significant experience with this. And I'm sure it impacts their self-esteem and feelings of, probably exacerbating feelings of powerlessness, I would think.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But there are things that we work on together that can improve those feelings that maybe that person who was bullied could be holding on to. So it's about releasing those emotions and feelings that they've been holding on to all these years,
Yeah.
and kind of like just setting a new stage for the rest of their lives and moving forward from that.
So do you feel it's helpful just in and of itself telling one of your attendees who has experienced bullying that it's not you, as you just said, that it's the projected feelings of the other person? That alone, I would think, is fairly helpful. Just knowing where it comes from, it's not them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like I said, it's the other person who may be going through something themselves and they don't know how to express their own feelings, so they
Right.
take it out on someone else.
Sure.
So that's where it's good to not identify with what someone else may be telling you, because it's really important to know your own truth and what that means to you. So
Absolutely,
that's
yeah.
where we want to take responsibility for our life, because we are responsible for some of those emotions that we may be holding on to, and there are different coping mechanisms that can help release those emotions.
Sure. What is the group open to anyone, or are there specific, functioning requirements in order to join your group?
So the group is open to anyone. I do get asked a lot what the functioning capacity is of the group, and that's always a difficult question to answer because it's more of a range.
Yeah.
But I always say anyone is welcome. If they feel comfortable bringing a parent or a guardian or a chaperone, they're more than welcome to do so. And I always like to say, the best thing to do is to try it out and see if you like it. You got nothing to lose by doing that.
Do you have family members that come? Have family members come so far?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, we've had a few parents, chaperones,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they even participate. So
Right.
it's very inclusive, which I like about it.
Sure. Interesting because, we are Westchester Independent Living Center, and so one of the mission statement of our center, of all independent living centers, is to try to provide supports and information to folks with disabilities to help them to become as independent as they can be. And over the course of time since I've worked at WILC, it can be challenging for some folks with disabilities when they have a lot of family or parental, I'm not going to say interference, involvement, because I think sometimes there tends to be an overprotection on the part of a parent feeling toward their child with a disability. I'm not sure if it's more profound in the autistic community than might be somewhere else because of some of the unique challenges. And does that interfere, or could that interfere with your support group? And having parents attend or guardians attend, rather than having the individual themselves advocate for themselves or participate.
I think it starts off where they need to be in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
So if that means them taking the chance to, or taking the opportunity to leave their home, to do something in the community, if they're with their parent or guardian or chaperone, then I would still recommend it.
Yeah.
Eventually, what I would like to see is them sort of become more independent from that and kind of break off and become their own
Right.
person.
Right, definitely. I know in the disability community, there's also this the Christopher Reeve Foundation has a very robust campaign for the cure, and people with disabilities, most of us feel that this is who we are. It's a culture. We don't need to be cured to be accepted. I'm not sure if that's something that in the autism community that is an issue as well, because I know there's a lot of different types of treatment options, but then folks with unique abilities, that's just pretty much who they are, right? I mean, this is your identity.
Right.
You don't have to really be cured or treated, so to speak, to be a part or a member of the community.
Absolutely. And I really think, there are some things that we don't have control over. It could be the weather, it could be traffic, it could be having a disability. But there are things that we can control, which would be our response to that,
Right, exactly.
which could affect our outcome. So it's based upon how you're looking at it, will determine a more positive outcome or a negative outcome. But our group focuses on the positive outcomes and learning how to take initiative and claim responsibility for the life that we're
And
living.
claim your own identity.
Exactly.
Right, who you are.
Yeah.
So Joshua, if you could just give us some, we have just a few minutes left here. If you could just share some resources with us.
Absolutely. So we have a few participants from our group who have joined or signed up with the Tommy Cares Foundation. They're a social media platform that for people with disabilities, that allows them to interact with each other and engage and be a part of different online social groups. Now what they're looking to do is expand and actually start having local community meetups.
Oh, that's great.
Which would be a safe and monitored place where they
Definitely.
can get together and build a network and lasting relationships.
And I know you have a website here, but we'll run that at the end of the show for folks. And Autism Speaks, I know that's a national organization.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
a really good resource.
Absolutely, as well as the Office for People with Developmental Disabilities. They provide different services and supports.
OPWDD in Albany.
Yes.
Right, exactly. And also, so your show, your workshop is monthly?
Monthly support group. Yep.
Support group, workshop, support group. And if you just tell us when it
So it's the fourth Wednesday of every month,
every month?
from 3 to 4:15.
and if someone wants to join, how would they get in touch with you?
You can contact me either by phone or email. My phone number at the Westchester Independent Living Center is 914-682-3926. My extension is 2115. Or you can email me at jburger, that's BURGER, like a hamburger, at WILC.org.
Great. Thanks so much, Josh. It was a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.